God, you know what, I'm not feeling you. I don't like this plan currently that you have for my life. um Things don't exactly look like they're working out. I don't like this place in my life that I am right now. I'm frustrated. I don't feel like I'm moving forward. Going backwards is not an option. Have those real conversations with God. Hi everybody, welcome back to Speak with Votomi. Today I just wanted to chat a little bit about mental health, but not in the conventional way, I think. I put up a post a few days ago where I was just talking about where I am, mental space, where my mental headspace is at. And I think the best part about having done that was realizing that, you know what, girl, I am not alone. So many responses came through. Some people came through with encouragement. Some people came through with testimonies just to speak about, you know what, I was at the exact space that you were at, and right now things are looking up and things are looking better for me. And I absolutely love that. And I knew there and then that I wanted to make a whole video about getting through a bad day or getting through a bad moment or situation, because I strongly believe that things will not be the way that they are forever. I don't know, there's just, I think, an interesting part of me that chooses to believe that no matter how bad things get, they cannot stay that way. I've spoken about it before, you know what, the sun goes down but it comes back up again. Storms of life will hit, but there is not a single storm in the history of humanity that has lasted forever, no matter how bad it was. So I guess this is a video just to remind you that, you know what, it's a bad 5 minutes, it's a bad moment, it's a bad situation, it's a bad year, it's a bad 5 years, but it's not a bad life. And that is exactly what I choose to believe. So I just want to make this video dedicated to anybody that is going through a hard time, whether emotionally, physically, whatever the case may be, just to remind you that things will not be like this forever. And what I love about today's video is that I'm not just speaking to you or anybody else out there, but I'm speaking to myself as well. I am reminding myself that things will get better. They will not be like this forever. The first thing that is important for one to do in order to get through a bad situation or just a moment of downward mental health is to acknowledge your emotions. Listen to your body. We could have honestly been taught better when it comes to our emotions. We have classified them as positive or negative. And today I want to remind you that emotions, well, feelings rather, are neither negative or positive, but rather they are indicators to let us know that, okay, something might be up. They are not to be classified as negative or positive. Yes, our response to that can be classified as negative or positive, but emotions and feelings on their own are just indicators that things are not okay. They are God-given indicators to help us navigate through life. So if you're feeling sad, instead of looking for a way to shrug those feelings away, allow those feelings to come. Allow yourself to be in that state for the required amount of time, and just, take that in and be aware of what it is that you're feeling, and try to read what it is that your feelings and your emotions are trying to indicate to you. Most of the time, it's just a reminder that you need to pause, take a sit back, and realize what is going on around you and make changes accordingly so that you could experience the best of what life has to give to you. The second thing that I think that is important for one to do to get through a tough mental space would be to talk to God about it. I mean, really talk to God about it. You know how sometimes people pray in a glamorous way, telling God about everything that He is. And don't get me wrong, that is all good and well and all glamorous. And I think there's so much beauty in that. But sometimes we really need to have moments that are real with God. To be like, God, you know what? I'm not feeling you. I don't like this plan currently that you have for my life. things don't exactly look like they're working out. I don't like this place in my life that I am right now. I'm frustrated. I don't feel like I'm moving forward. Going backwards is not an option. Have those real conversations with God. If there's anybody that you can be real with, is God. There is nothing that you're going to say to him that is, number one, going to shock him, that is going to derail him, that is going to make him stop loving you. So be honest, and you can do this by journaling if that is going to help you process your thoughts easier. Or you can have that conversation with him and just be like, you know what, God, things are not going as I thought and as I planned and as I wanted. But nonetheless, you know what? I'm going to trust you. Also, because what choice do I have? The third thing is take a moment and pause. This links to the first one. I told you that our emotions and feelings are often indicators of what we should be doing next, okay? And sometimes when we're feeling this way, it's just a reminder to pause and to take time out, because our minds are overworking. We're always overthinking. We're always moving on to what the next is. Allow yourself that break wherein you take a few hours off or a day off and maybe don't go to work, or don't be doing schoolwork. And I mean, obviously taking into account that you might have due dates and all of that, so get that done. But I think it's also important that you're able to set boundaries where possible and say, you know what, I'm just going to take a little bit of time out for me so that I can fill my cup first before I fill other people's cup, because otherwise at the end of the day you're still not giving the best of yourself. So you kind of need to choose, do I want to give the best of me or the worst of me? Because otherwise your body is going to decide for you. So don't forget to take a moment and a pause. And a link to that, it is important that you do something for you, okay? Here you're allowed to be a little bit selfish, but it's all in the name of self-love. Do something for you, something that you love, something that it might not make the next person might not benefit from it, but do something for you, whether it's just having that ice cream that you like, or if you're somebody who likes to take walks and stuff, I would call you weird, but if that's what you like to do, then do that. If it's going to the spa, guys, I have honestly found some great spas with amazing deals. It really doesn't have to be that expensive, or you don't even have to go for like a whole full body treatment that's gonna cost an arm and a leg. Sometimes all you need to do is just do a foot massage, okay, and go ahead with your day. That's something that you did for yourself. So don't forget to take time out. I'm speaking here to new moms who feel like, oh my word, how am I gonna leave? Do something for you. Deputy parents that feel like the house is gonna fall apart when you're not doing stuff. Honestly, do something that is for you. Everybody will thank you in one way, well, actually indirectly, because after that it's going to be much easier for you to give the best of yourself. Another thing that is important for you to do, especially once you've spoken to God, is to speak to a support structure, somebody who's going to be able to give you perspective, somebody who's going to be able to cheer you up, to make you laugh. For me, I have various go-to people, and I am so grateful for that. The other day, I really called my gran. I didn't exactly tell her what was going on, but she is honestly one of the happiest people that I know. There is very little that can bring her down. And of it, just her answering that phone and calling me by what she calls me and just sounding so happy, it really cheered me up. So make sure that you have those people in place in your life, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's someone that you know from church, a colleague that you're close to, anybody like that. Just, speak to them and get perspective on what you're feeling. And last but not least, this one is probably going to be the most difficult one, is to practice gratitude. Don't wait for things to go wrong in your life and then feel like people are gaslighting you by saying that you must practice gratitude. Make gratitude a lifestyle. Make gratitude something that you do on a daily basis, so that when it's time for you to dig deep and to be grateful, you are able to do so, because it's something that you've practiced. It's something that you've made a lifestyle. It's not something that you are trying to do right now in that moment. Make gratitude a lifestyle. And I know this is very difficult, but no matter what we go through or what storm that we face, there is always something that we can be grateful for. And here's an example. I was in class the other day and the lecturer came in and she was like, think of something that you do every single day and you take for granted, and also think about how that makes you feel. And we went around in the class and people mentioned various things, and someone was like, you know what, I wake up in the morning and I'm able to breathe. And I realized that that is something that I can be grateful for, because there was a time where I was sleeping and I woke up and she had an asthma attack and she couldn't, breathe. And it's only when those things are like taken away from us, or that or when those things are threatened, then we start to realize that they're important. And she was just reminding us to be present, to practice gratitude, to make it a lifestyle. And I spoke about how I often wake up and after gym I'll take a shower, and it really just feels so calming, and then you just think about, okay, I'm grateful for the fact that I have water, because we've had water shedding quite a few times here in Durban, and it is in those moments where you get frustrated and you're like, I just really want to take a shower and I'm unable to. So let us not wait for those moments to come. Make gratitude a lifestyle. Right now, there's so many things that are happening in this moment that you can be grateful for. Right now, I'm speaking. I'm not struggling in any way or form. That is something I can be grateful for. I keep moving my hands around all the time. That is something that I can be grateful for. I'm sitting on a bed that I'm going to later sleep on. That is something that I can be grateful for. I have a family that loves me and adores me. That is something that I can be grateful for. I have God by my side, who even sometimes when I feel like is not there, but I know that He's there. That is another thing that I can be grateful for. I have what I'm wearing, the clothes on my back right now. Another thing that I can be grateful for. Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you're feeling, man, if you're breathing, that is something that you can be grateful for. And I promise you, I'm not asking you to practice gratitude, to gaslight anybody and take away from what you're actually feeling and the problems that you're actually facing. But I think practicing gratitude really does help one get through a bad day and remind you that, you know what, it's a bad day, it's a bad 5 minutes, it's a bad week, it's a bad couple of months, it's a bad couple of years, but it's not a bad life. So yeah, that's it from me. Please do share this video with somebody in your world. I trust and believe that they will need it. Don't forget to give the video a massive thumbs up for the algorithm so that more people are able to see this video, because I do believe a lot of us need it right now. And till the next video, have yourself a fantastic whatever day of the week it is. Mwah.